you're watching this, you should have already seen Infinity War, because there's some pretty intense spoilers up in here.
Up in his house.
Here.
Jona, and this is my channel, and if you're here you probably know that, but if you don't, please subscribe, stick around. I would love to have you.
Hi, I'm Elise. You've probably seen me on this channel before, but I'm back.
I am a newer Marvel fan. I really like Spider-Man Homecoming, and I also like the Guardians movies.
I've seen all of the Marvel movies. Captain America is my favorite.
I will admit that there are some Marvel movies that I haven't seen yet. This includes Infinity War. I have not seen Infinity War.
I've seen Infinity War twice already, and probably gonna see it more.
So the good news is I have some time to catch up on the Marvel movies that I haven't seen before I go see Infinity War in August. And by go see, I mean watch it on DVD here in my home. But Elise has told me a lot about Infinity War. I told her to spoil me because I needed to know what happened to all of my favorites. So I do know a little bit, but I would say I only know maybe 15% of the whole movie.
Drax with, it's like a pirate had a baby with an angel. I thought it was so funny. That whole scene was so funny with, they were looking at Thor. All the Guardians were looking at Thor, and Quill was getting super jealous. I was like, oh, it's okay. Okay, so this was when Thor first came onto the Guardian ship. And he was like really blown away by Gamora. He thought she was so beautiful. So he was like, wow, it's like a pirate had a baby with an angel and made Gamora. And then Peter was all like, nah man, she is mine, that is my girl. And Thor was like, you know what, Peter? I don't want to deal with you. So then there was that whole fight, and I couldn't believe they were all fighting. Like, oh, guys, come on, haven't we been through enough? Whenever Star-Lord was insulting my main men by calling them stupid, Iron Man and Spider-Man, I was like, whenever he was saying that they're stupid for being human and stupid, I was like, okay, like point, but wrong.
So Peter Quill was in like a really bad mood because, you know, Thor was hitting on his girl. So then when he met Iron Man, he was like, oh, I am not about to deal with this. So he was like, the 50% of me that's human, that's 100% you. Because Peter's used to being the leader, and then Thor was all up on his girl, and then Iron Man was here trying to lead, and Peter Quill was like, no, I am the leader here. No. So he was like trying to insult Iron Man.
Apparently that line was improvised. I don't know, that might be wrong. I might be wrong, but I think I read somewhere that that line was improvised. Tony Stark talking to one of Thanos' henchmen. I laughed out loud like really hard whenever that happened because it's just like one of those unexpected jokes.
Oh my gosh, I never thought about it before this, but Drax totally looks like handsome Squidward. He's like kind of got that blue shading going on, and he's like muscular and stuff like handsome Squidward. I don't know how I didn't see this before, but then when Peter Parker said get lost Squidward to him, I was like, oh my gosh, he does look like handsome Squidward. Thank you for enlightening me.
And then Drax's classic, why is Gamora? That cracked me up both times that I saw it. Good old Drax, he's funny.
This one I have seen on the internet, so I'm pretty sure it's Peter Quill saying, where is Gamora? So he like storms in, he's like, where is Gamora? Did Thanos get her? And then the next one is, who is Gamora? And I'm pretty sure that's Iron Man, so he's like, wait a minute, calm down, can you chill? You're crazy, who is Gamora? And then the last one is Drax, and he's like, why is Gamora? Because, you know, why? Like, Drax is probably like, why are we not worried about Mantis? Why does it always have to be Gamora?
It was already super tense, and then, oh my god, Ebony Maw, he was like trying to build up the suspense. I think that's who this is, Ebony Maw. That's Squidward, right? I don't know. But he was like trying to build up the suspense, and then Tony was like, oh yeah, Earth is closed today, so you're actually just gonna have to like turn around and go back to whatever freakazoid planet you came from. Tony is so funny because he has like these witty comebacks that just like crack me up all the time.
So Thanos was like wreaking havoc, and there was pretty much nowhere to go. So Peter Quill remembered how he was once on Earth. So he was like, guys, why don't we just go to Earth, because Thanos is in space? So like, why don't we just go there? But then Bruce Banner was like, sorry guys, Earth is closed today. Because he was there. He was visiting Earth, doing work on Earth, so he knew.
That was so, it was like sad because they were telling Bruce that the Avengers broke up, and then he was like, what, they just broke up like a band, like the Beatles? And it was like funny, but it was also like a little bit sad because Bruce has just been gone for so long. Like he missed so much. He was gone after Winter Soldier, I think. So he missed, or maybe it was Age of Ultron because he helped build Ultron and Fission and stuff. But then he was just like gone and he missed so much.
This part, I could not believe that they referenced the Beatles. I was shook. So the Guardians meet up with the Avengers, and basically the Avengers are trying to explain themselves to the Guardians, and Peter Quill is like, oh, like the Beatles.
And oh my goodness, Loki's last words, "The sun will shine on us again, brother." I was actually really shook by the way they killed Loki. It was like a little graphic, to be honest. I was like mildly disturbed by the detail that they went into with him, and I was like, whoa, this is intense. Like, what a way to start the movie.
This one, I do know that Loki says this, and I think it was when he was dying. So he looked over to Thor as he was taking his last breath and said, "The sun will shine on us again, brother." And it was like a Lion King moment. Like, for some reason I'm picturing Lion King, I'm picturing like a beautiful sunset, and there's Thor and there's Loki sharing this lovely moment, and Thanos is, for a minute, he's like, oh, this is beautiful, but he still kills Loki anyway.
Good old Mantis. She's so cute. Whenever all the Guardians are facing off with like Tony and Spider-Man and Doctor Strange, and she's like, "We're here to kick names and take ass." And then Tony's face afterwards, oh my god, it cracked me up. He's so funny.
This one was obviously said by Groot. They actually taught that as an elective at my school as well, and so Rocket translated it, and then everyone was like, oh my gosh, watch your language, Groot. You are a teenager. You are just a baby. I couldn't believe he said that. I could not even believe it.
Ugh. And then, of course, the most heartbreaking, "I don't feel so good, Mr. Stark," with Peter Parker. Oh, Spider-Man. And stupid Tom Holland improvising his beautiful death scene. Now I'm really sad just thinking about it, but because like you see everyone disappearing and then you just see Tom go, "Oh, Mr. Stark, I don't feel so good," and you're just like, oh no. Because there was this Venn diagram that I saw that was like people I was emotionally prepared to see die and people who actually died, and they were like not even overlapping at all. That's how I felt. Especially whenever Black Panther died, and then Spider-Man whenever he like disintegrated.
We hope you enjoyed this really random video.
We hope you enjoyed Infinity War. I hope you enjoyed it and weren't too emotionally scarred by it. And if you
like I said, we are suing Marvel. Thank you from Captain America and Spider-Man.
Stay in school.
I will, Mr. Captain. I was gonna say Mr. Stark. I will shame myself. Mr. Stark, I don't feel so bad.
Bye.
Bye.